Hare Krishna. Today we are going to study the verse number 18 of chapter number 5 of Bhagwat Gita as it is. Today's verse is extremely informative and important because in this verse Krishna is going to teach us how to have equal vision towards everyone. And here everyone means not only towards the human beings but also towards all the other species which are in different bodies like the aquatics, birds, beasts and trees. In our society, we do hear to be equal towards everyone, but in reality, it is very rarely seen that someone treats everyone with equal respect and love. But after going through today's verse, we will get the clarity that whom does Krishna call a real learned person or a pandit who is equal to everyone. Now let us recite the verse number 18 of chapter number 5. Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastine Shuni Chev Shvapake Cha Panditah Samdarshinah Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastine Shuni Chev Shvapake Cha Panditah Samdarshinah Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastine Shuni Chev Shvapake Cha Panditah Samdarshinah. In this verse, Krishna says that the humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahman, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater, which is the outcast in the society. So, in this verse, clearly Krishna is going to explain it to us that by the virtue of true knowledge, one sees with equal vision a learned, a gentle Brahman, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. Now let us read the Anvay given by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki jai. Vidya Vinay Sampanne, equipped with knowledge and gentle qualities. Brahmane, with the Brahman. Gavi, in a cow. Hastini, in an elephant. Shuni, in a dog. Cha, and. Ev, indeed. Shvapake, in a dog eater. Cha, and. Panditah, the enlightened Gyanis. Some Darshanah have equal vision of the soul. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that the enlightened persons perceive with equal vision a gentle and learned Brahman, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chev Shvapake Cha Panditah Sam Darshanah. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that the wise people who are extremely devoted to Parmeshwar, which means that they know fully well that Krishna is all pervading in the form of his external energy, that is, the air, water, fire, sky and earth. And the same Krishna resides in the heart of every living being as Paramatma, and he resides simultaneously in his Golok Vrindavan Dham as two-handed Yashoda Nandan with flute on his lotus lips and playing with his cowherd friends. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that the persons who knows this supreme truth about the Supreme Krishna is actually the knower of the transcendental knowledge. And such a learned person transcends the three material modes, that is, the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance. And thus, he becomes disinterested in the three modes which exist in every living entity in varying degrees, but only sees the Paramatma who resides in the heart of every living entity. So it is clearly said that the people, those who transcend the three material modes, they do not see the external body. They see only the Paramatma who is residing in every heart of every body. So they become disinterested in the body and they are only concentrating on the Paramatma who resides in every body in the heart. Srila Prabhupada says that such a learned person has equal vision towards everyone, and in this way he becomes equipoised, which means equal to all living entities. To explain this point, Sri Bhagwan is himself speaking in this verse, beginning with Vidya Vinay. Sri Bhagwan says that a cow and a Brahman are said to be in the mode of goodness and are thus superior to the elephant who is supposed to be in the mode of passion. And these two categories are further superior to a dog and a dog eater, which are in the mode of ignorance. These are the categories which are accepted and followed in every society. But the learned persons who have transcended the three modes of material nature do not notice such differences which are on the bodily level. Rather, they see the spirit soul, that is, the Brahma, which exists in every living entity's heart, which is beyond the three modes of material nature. Such persons are known as Samdarshi, which means those with equal vision who only perceive every living entity on the basis of spirit soul and not on the bodily level. As the spirit soul is same in every living entity, whether in the body of a learned Brahman, a cow, an elephant, a dog, or a dog eater. So he sees every living entity with equal vision and is called a Samdarshi. Now let us read the purport of Srila Prabhupada to have further more clarity on this very important subject. Srila Prabhupada says that a Krishna conscious person does not make any distinction between species or castes. The Brahman and the outcast may be different from the social point of view, or a dog, a cow, or an elephant may be different from the point of view of species, but these differences of body are meaningless from the viewpoint of a learned transcendentalist, and this is due to their relationship with the Supreme, because he knows that the Supreme Lord, by his plenary portion as Paramatma, is present in everyone's heart. Srila Prabhupada says that such an understanding of the Supreme is real knowledge. The real knowledge is this, that the Supreme Lord is residing in every living entity's body as Paramatma, and this is known as real knowledge. And as far as the bodies are concerned, in different castes or different species of life, the Lord is equally kind to everyone because He treats every living being as a friend, yet maintains Himself as Paramatma, regardless of the circumstances of the living entities. Srila Prabhupada says that the Lord as Paramatma is present both in the outcast and in the Brahman, although the body of a Brahman and that of an outcast are not same. The material bodies are material productions of different modes of material nature, but the soul and the super soul within the body are of the same spiritual quality, and the similarity in the quality of the soul and the super soul, however, does not make them equal in quantity, because the individual soul is present only in that particular body, whereas the Paramatma is present in each and every body. Prabhupada says that a Krishna conscious person has full knowledge of this, and therefore he is truly learned and has equal vision. Prabhupada says that a Krishna conscious person knows it fully well that the individual soul is present only in a particular body, whereas the Paramatma is present in each and every body. And this knowledge gives equal vision, and such a person is truly learned or samdarshi. Srila Prabhupada says that the individual soul and the super soul have similarity in the characteristic of consciousness, eternity, and blissfulness, as the individual soul is a part of the super soul. So it is same in quality, but it is different in the level of quantity. Many times we have discussed about it, that a drop of sea water and the sea, which are both salty but different in quantity. Similarly, the living individual soul is conscious within the limited jurisdiction of the body, whereas the Supreme Soul is conscious of all the bodies. The Supreme Soul is present in all bodies without any distinction. Srila Prabhupada says that one who knows it and believes it, that the Supreme Krishna resides in every living entity without making any distinction, be it in the body of a learned and gentle Brahmin or a cow, or in the body of an elephant or a dog eater, is truly a knowledgeable person or a samdarshi. And such a samdarshi person sees the presence of the Supreme Lord in every living entity. And only this person is truly a Pandit who respects and loves every living entity. Our Srila Prabhupada is the most fine example of being a pure devotee and a samdarshi. Once, one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada was giving Srila Prabhupada body massage. While giving body massage to Srila Prabhupada, he noticed that many ants are coming towards Srila Prabhupada in a line. So the disciple quickly wanted to remove the ants from climbing on the feet of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada immediately stopped him from doing so. Prabhupada asked him to continue with his massage service. The disciple who was giving massage to Srila Prabhupada noticed that Srila Prabhupada very gently with his pointer finger raised, was telling to the ants to go back, and to his greatest amazement, he saw that the ants who had actually climbed on the feet and legs of Srila Prabhupada went back in their line. This is a wonderful example of a pure devotee who sees Krishna in every living entity and even speaks to them. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also exhibited similar pastimes in the forest of Jharkhand. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, had appeared only 535 years back as a devotee of Krishna. And while passing from the forest of Jharkhand on his way to South India tour, he made the most ferocious and meek animals like tigers, snakes, elephants, leopards and deers dance together on the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and to the extent that even the stones started melting with the transcendental sound of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. These two analogies are sufficient to explain to us that a pure devotee of the Lord sees the presence of the Lord in every living entity and never differentiates one living entity with the other on the basis of bodily appearance and different caste. Now we have clearly understood that every living entity is a spirit soul, which is the part and parcel of the super soul, and the super soul resides in every body without making any distinction. And once we are thoroughly convinced by the words of Krishna, then we can truly see oneness and brotherhood amongst everyone, not only in human beings, but also in the other species. And one who becomes like this is truly a samdarshi or a pandit who has acquired the transcendental knowledge of Bhagwat Gita from a bona fide guru who is in disciplic succession of Guru Shishya Parampara. I only wish that all of us study Bhagavad Gita with full conviction that Sri Bhagavan is teaching us each and everything in Bhagavad Gita, and our Guru Parampara is explaining to us each and every word as it is spoken by the Lord Himself, so that we may spiritually advance, because the main aim of human life is self-realization and God-realization. And Krishna is teaching us the process of it so that our rare human life may not become a waste by doing only animalistic activities of sense gratification like eating, sleeping, producing children, and protecting the material body. I thank Srila Prabhupada, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and my Shiksha Guru, His Grace Harimohan Das Prabhuji, for explaining to us the most secretive knowledge of Bhagavad Gita in such simple words. I thank you for patiently listening to the words of Krishna. Please do write your realizations in the comment box, as it encourages me and helps others to have a better understanding. Now we shall meet next week with a new verse and will come to know about the benefits of equal vision amongst all species. Till then, watch the video more and more and share it with others, and always chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna.